Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Taylor here at SaltyScales.com. Today, I'm going to be discussing what I believe might be one of the best values for the price that you pay, and that's the Piscifun spinning reel here. This is the HR40 or the Honor 40, and it's in red and black like I showed you the other day when I was spooling this particular reel. But I want to go over some of the features. If you're looking for a reel in that $60 to $70 class, this might be the one for you. Alright, so what I want to do is just discuss some of the great features that I thought was very impressive considering this is a $60 reel. And what I'll do is I'll put a link down in the description so that way you can purchase this reel if interested from Amazon. But one of the things here, just starting off the top, you have a very high strength graphite body. It's very durable. From what I could tell anyway, so far it looks just as some of my very fine quality reels. It has 10+1 precision stainless steel ball bearings and a roller, well, it's 9 or 10 ball bearings plus 1 roller bearing. I mean, that's a pretty substantial amount of bearings in, you know, a $60 reel. Most of the time when you see that, they're in those $200–300 reels. It has a one-way clutch system, a sealed carbon fiber drag, so that's pretty impressive. Help keep the water and moisture out. It also has a patent spool design for anti-tangle casting. Now, that's what they claim. You know, I don't know exactly where that is in this particular design, but I could tell you that, you know, everything on the reel component-wise seems to be very, very durable for the money. It also has a machined stainless steel gear shaft. Well, the gear ratio on this particular reel is a 5:1, and that's a nice in-between speed that will really allow you to be versatile. You do a lot of different things. If you need to work the lure fast, obviously you'd have to work a little harder, but it ultimately gives you that torque, and that's what I was going to go into detail with as to what I think this reel is going to be, you know, perfectly suitable for. Now, the retrieve per crank is about 32 inches, so you know, it's got a pretty good amount of line that it's pulling in with each crank. What was truly impressive with this reel is the 22 pounds of max drag that this reel, you know, can handle. Now, that's super impressive for this size reel, which essentially is a 4,000 size reel. I mean, great for bottom fishing, snook, you know, pulling them out of cover, things like that. You're going to need that extra drag. The capacity of this is for this particular reel holds about 12 pounds of 240 yards of line, and of course braid with a smaller diameter is going to be 280 yards of 14 pounds. So a whole lot of line. I mean, 300 yards of line of 14 pound. You know, you could catch most fish within the bays, you know, all of your inshore species. This reel is going to handle just fine. Alright, so here we go, guys. So like I was stating before, I wanted to tell you what I would recommend this particular reel for. This reel comes in a little over 11 ounces, probably more like 12 ounces once you spool the line, which is equivalent to like, what, 320 grams. But what I could tell you, that for the money, $60 reel, I'm very impressed. I mean, you're talking all the features that I just discussed with you about this reel. It's even got the foam, high quality foam grip that you'd see on some of like the Shimano's, things like that. And I can tell you, this is going to impact some of them finer reels like Shimano, Penn, their sales, because for the price, I don't know that you could beat it, to be honest with you. I mean, the next best thing to this would be a Penn Battle for the money, and that's a $100 reel. And when I look at this, I see a lot of similarities. And I mean, even they went as far as to the bail here. It's a very thick gauge bail. It's not a flimsy bail, and all of the components are of good quality. But overall, super impressed. You're going to see a lot more usage of this reel out in the field. I want to see how durable it is, how it stands up to the elements, the salt water, things like that. See how smooth the drag is. So I'm sure you'll be seeing it a whole lot more. But the main purpose of this particular reel, what I would recommend it for, is not artificial, but throwing live bait. You know, maybe snapper fishing, snook, redfish in the mangroves, putting on a medium heavy rod, something that you could really fling those live baits into the mangroves and really lock it down. With that 22 pounds of max drag, it's going to help you pull those big girls out of the brush, the cover, or the rocks, wherever you're fishing. But if you're throwing this for artificial, you're going to get fatigued. I mean, you're not going to be able to cast it a whole lot. Maybe the Honor 30, 20, you know, that series reel, maybe that would be better suited for that type of fishing. But this Honor 40, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you enjoyed the video, guys, please give a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell me what you think, especially if you purchase one. I'll leave the link in the description like I stated before. Go ahead, get you one. I don't think you'll be displeased for the money. And if you have any questions about the reel, comment and I'll try to respond. Until next time, I'll see you on the water.